Hey guys, today we're back with another range review. And today on the channel we'll be reviewing the P365X macro. Stay tuned for this one. Alright guys, we're back. Once again today we're going to be reviewing the P365 macro by Sig Sauer. This is the newest pistol by Sig Sauer out on the market right now. Before we get into the shooting review on it, we will have a special thank you to Center Target Firearms and Range in London, Kentucky. Special thank you to them for lending this firearm to me. Without them, I would not be able to review this firearm for you as quick as I have right now. They got this one in and they set one back for me to review, so I sure do appreciate them. You can check them out on their website, centertargetfirearmsandrange.com. I'll actually leave a link in the description below because I don't know if that is exactly how it is. But you can check that link and it'll take you straight to their website. Also, if you're in the area of Kentucky, swing by and check them out. They have a very nice range, one of the nicest ranges I've ever been to. They also have tons and tons of new and used guns in stock at all time. About anything that you could look for or want, they will have in stock, I can about guarantee you. They have a bunch of ammunition, and they have a few of these in. I don't know if they have sold all of them yet or not. I believe they might have, but they did tell me to let you all know that they will be getting more in. So this is about the hottest gun on the market right now, and if you find one of these, you better be picking one up. But we'll get into the actual review here in a second. Also, a special thank you to Optics Planet. They have sponsored every bit of ammunition that you've seen in this video today, which was approximately 250 rounds. So a good round count that I've got on this gun today. Also, if you would like a great discount code, you can text GOLDEN, GOLDEN, to 80907, and you will get a 5% discount code for all ammunition. Like I said, once again, GOLDEN, GOLDEN, to 80907, and you will get the 5% discount code for the ammunition. So once again, special thank you to Optics Planet, because if it wasn't for them, we could not have shot as much as we did today. So thank you again. So getting into the review, you have the brand new P365X macro. You have two 17-round magazines from factory and a very small, compact, concealed carry firearm. We will go tip to butt on this gun so we can get everything covered. Up here in front, you have a compensator with built-in slide cuts, as you can see here, that will actually work as the compensator. This gun actually has a 3.1-inch barrel, so the same size as the standard P365. You have the X-ray night sights that are built into the gun from factory. Down here you have a full-size Picatinny rail, so you don't have to worry about getting the Sig proprietary lasers or lights anymore. Any type of actual light or laser that works with a Picatinny rail will now work on this, so that's great. You have some very good slide serrations for press checking or for racking the gun back, as you see here. The gun is a little still because even at 250 rounds, it still isn't fully broke in yet, so you can still feel how stiff that trigger or that slide is. Also here on top you have a slide optics cut, so you can put a red dot on this if you'd like to. Also something else I like a lot is that when you take this plate off to put a red dot on, your back sights stay right there. There are a few red dots that are out right now currently that you can put on top of this that will not cover your sights up, so you can still co-witness or lower 1/3 witness with it. But most of them will cover up your sights, so you'll probably have to switch them to suppressor height sights or a little bit higher up sights to lower 1/3 witness with them. You have a flat-faced striker fired trigger, as you can see here. You have a tad bit of take up, as you can see. You hit that wall and breaks at a perfect 90-degree angle. Sig makes a very great trigger, and this is probably still the best striker fired trigger on the market. You have a tad bit of mush in it, as you would expect, but very, very light trigger. We'll go ahead and throw this out for a second so you can see the reset on it. Reset is right there. So a little bit of reset, not much travel. And then to travel to hit the wall, bingo, right there it is. Very, very nice trigger overall, like in all SIGs. Working down here to the back, We have a very nice beaver tail, so whenever you do a full grip on it, you will not have to worry about any slide bite or anything like that. And it will also help with the gun whenever it rocks back, whenever it's actually shooting, with a slide reciprocate and everything like that. You have the standard slide release here on the side, as you can see, so it's out of the way a tad bit, but you can still drop it with a round in the actual magazine. Whenever you're actually trying to drop it on a full mag, it's a little bit hard because the mags are so stiff. It can still be done, but it's pretty hard. But whenever you have this fully loaded, all you have to do is just drop it, and there you go. You're back in the battery and ready to fire again. This grip module is revolutionary. The reason I say that for is because this is the one of, if not the best feeling pistols I've ever had in my hand. And I'm not kidding. This gun, for some reason, I don't know how Sig keeps doing it, but the 365, the 365XL, and now the 365 Macro, I didn't think it could get any better than what it already was. But now this 365 Macro, whenever you have it in your hand, it feels like it's a part of you. Like I said, it's one of the best, if not the best feeling pistols I've ever had in my hand. Whenever I aim it, the sights are perfect. It just goes perfectly with my hand. And I don't know what it is about it, but it's perfect. I can't say anything else about it. The grip here is like a skateboard type of grip, so it fits perfectly in my hand. And even if it doesn't fit you perfectly from factory, there's two other back straps that you can put on it that they included with it. But this one right here, the one that does come on it from factory, fits my hand perfect, and I will not be changing that out. The magazine release here on the side is the same as the 365 or 365XL. Works perfect with it, and also they drop free, so you don't have to worry about having to strip them or anything like that or sling it. It just literally drops free. We had no malfunctions at all with this firearm today. We had two malfunctions with the ammunition, which wasn't caused by the firearm. One was a primer strike, and it wasn't a light primer strike. It was actually a good primer strike, just the round didn't go off. And we also had a round that had a cut out a little bit in the end of the casing, which caused a fire to go in the battery, but it was once again on the ammunition, not on the firearm. But this gun here is mainly revolutionary because you have a 17 round magazine capacity and something as small as you see here. This is about a half of the size of a Glock 17 is what I'm feeling in my hand. And I'm telling you something, for it to have a 17 round magazine, it just blows my mind because it's about the same size lengthwise as a Glock 19. So I like that about it. And it's just a lot skinnier than them. It kind of puts you in the mind of the new Glock 43Xs and the 48s to where they're a stack and a half. But now this one right here feels just as skinny as them and holds 17 round capacity standard from factory. So that's great. That's killer. You can't beat that for this size of this gun. The cons that I did see today, though, is that personally speaking, with a gun as long as this one, I would have liked for the barrel to be a tad bit longer than the 3.1 inches. I understand why they done the 3.1 inches because it's the same length as the normal 365, but it has a built-in compensator to it. And let me tell you something, compensator works perfect. It really does. And even firing single-handed strong side, support side only, I mean, you could feel how well that trigger, or not that trigger, but that compensator was actually working with this gun, and that was something that I really wasn't expecting it to. I knew it would work good, but I didn't think it would work as good as it actually did. That being said, I wish that they could kind of maybe change around the compensator a tad bit to where it would accept the front side on the actual end of it, how a few other compensators have built in too. I understand if you done that, you would probably have to push the barrel back even further, but having that long sight picture is something I like. But even then, they can maybe cut some sides or some slide compensator cuts here on the side to help with the compensation, to maybe change it out to here on the top to where they could do more of the V cuts like what was on the old compensated Glocks. But that being said, it's still fine. I love it how it is. It's just something, my consideration on it. As well with this gun though, guys, I'm really blown away with how nice it is. Like I said, you have multiple different SIGs you can pick from, the 320s, the 320X5s, 226, 229, 227s, all them, 220s. But I mean, whenever it comes to these 365s, Since the first one came on the market, they've been revolutionary to the concealed carry market. And this one right here is just as much revolutionary, if not more, than the original 365. Mainly because I have no clue how they can put 17 round in this magazine and it still be as small as it is. But it feels amazing in the hand, and it does not feel like you've got a full-size firearm in your hand. Accuracy from 15 yards was perfect, right on the money. Point of aim, point of impact was perfect on it from 15 yards. From about 25 yards, we started to see that it was hitting a tad bit higher than what point of aim, point of impact was beforehand. It was aiming about, I'd say, about 6 inches higher than point of aim at 25 yards, 30 yards, about around there. And at 50 yards, we was getting a lot of misses right off the bat. And then I started trying to do Kentucky windage, and windage was fine on it. And then I started dropping my front sight, and I was aiming about around the belt line and started getting about chest shots with it. So decent amount of change there, maybe around 1.5 feet, 2 foot of bullet height whenever you're looking at 50 yards. It's shooting high at 50 yards. So I aimed right around his stomach line right then and actually got a hit. I've been aiming at center mass. I'm trying this again now. Okay. So about around his, a little bit below his belt line is about center mass at 50 yards. But to me, if you're looking for a firearm that's going to be within that 7 yard, maybe 10, 15 yard range, this gun right here is perfect. The only thing that bothered me though, like I said, is that whenever you started stepping back a tad bit to that 50 yard point, you was getting a lot of bullet rides with that for some reason. But I know a lot of people aren't ready for a fight like that. But with me, how I train, I'm ready for something even at 100 yards because I do regularly take shots with my pistol at 100 yards. But I do carry a Glock 34 long slide with a compensator on it, so it's 5.5 inch barrel with a compensator on the end of it as well. But that being said, for what this gun is for the concealed carry market, I think this is possibly, if not I think this might dethrone the Glock 19 for the best concealed carry handgun on the market, because like I said, you've got a Glock 19 size handgun with a 17 round magazine capacity, very skinny, feels great in the hands. And let me tell you something, whenever you start hitting on that gas pedal a little bit and you start throwing rounds down range, it will stay right where you're shooting at, because that compensator just worked perfect with it. It blew my mind, like I said, to be exact. But guys, this gun right here will come in about around $799, $800. And for what it is, I think that is a great price point. I hope in the future, though, that they might actually just say P365X LL or XXXL, I don't know, something like that, and they actually make a full-size, probably 4-inch handgun that would look like the Glock 19 without a compensator. And I would probably be maybe replacing that Glock 34 with this one, because, like I said, one of, if not the best feeling handgun I've ever had in my hands, and it just really blew me away. So, I mean, if you're looking for this gun and you can find one, pick it up, because I'm almost for certain you will love it just as much as I love this one, if not more. So, guys, once again, thank you all for viewing. As always, special thank you to Center Target Firearms and Range in London, Kentucky, for letting me review this firearm for them. If it wasn't for them, wouldn't be able to review it for y'all. So, special thank you to them. Make sure you check out their website, check out their YouTube, their Facebook. They do a great podcast with some very knowledgeable people on there, and I think that you will really enjoy it. Also, another special thank you to Optics Planet for all the ammunition that you sponsored for me today. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to put around 250 rounds down the barrel of this. Once again, you can text GOLDEN to 80907, and you'll get a 5% discount code. But once again, special thank you to Center Target Firearms and Range and Optics Planet for helping me with this review and sponsoring me. So guys, without further ado, this will be the end of the video. Like and subscribe for more gun reviews, and I'll see y'all in the next video.